before my feet touch the floor. Another sunrise, another fight. No one else can see. Every alarm sounds like a warning shot. Another day asking if I got enough. The trenches live beneath my skin. Every breath feels like the war begins. One voice screams, just let it go. Another says, you've come too far. Every memory reloads the pain. Every heartbeat calls my name. Then the silence has a sound. When your mind is hunting you down, I wear invisible scars under invisible armor. Every decision feels like survival. Every second demands a choice. If I surrender to the noise, I'll never hear my own voice. Every morning my head becomes a battlefield, where every thought is another wound to heal. One side says you're never enough, the other screams, stand back up. Every morning my head becomes a battlefield, but every fight reminds me I'm still real. If I'm still breathing through the pain, then I refuse to lose this war again. Hold the line. Don't retreat. The war isn't over. Neither am I. The enemy knows my every fear, because it lived inside me for years. It learned my doubts, it learned my pace. It wears determination on its face, but pressure taught me how to bend without allowing myself to end. Every breakdown left a mark. Every mark became a spark. I'm not fighting to become someone else. I'm fighting to stay myself. The louder the chaos becomes, the calmer I choose to stand. Victory isn't the silence, it's refusing to obey the fear. Every morning my head becomes a battlefield, where every thought is another wound to heal. One side says you're never enough, the other screams, stand back up. Every morning my head becomes a battlefield, but every fight reminds me I'm still real. If I'm still breathing through the pain, then I refuse to lose this war again. Fire at my doubts, fire at my shame, fire at the voice that forgot my name. The battle never made me weak, it revealed who refuses to pray. No! No white flag, no surrender, no silence, no escape. If my mind became the battlefield, then my soul becomes the army. Every morning my head becomes a battlefield, but now I know exactly how to heal. Every scar became another shield, every wound became another reason. Every morning my head becomes a battlefield, but I decide who wins the field. The war may live inside my head, it will never control my steps again. Tomorrow, the battle returns, so do I. I heard myself whisper in the dark, but I never opened my mouth. Something's been rehearsing. Every fear I've ever fed. Yeah, every sleepless night became a lesson. In every panic attack, another confession. I can feed in shadows with my doubt. Now they finish every sentence coming out. I don't know where my thoughts begin or where the parasite sneaks in. Every warning sounds like common sense. Every lie wears my confidence. It's wearing my face, breathing my air, living inside like it's always been there. Every answer feels infected, every mirror feels alive. I keep searching for my own voice, but something always answers first. The monster learned my voice before I noticed. Now every promise sounds broken before it's spoken. It knows exactly where to hide behind the words I call my life. The monster learned my voice before I noticed. Turning every hope into another verdict. I scream to prove that I'm still here, but all I hear is fear. Whisper. Repeat. Consume. Become. Memorize the cracks beneath my skin. Collected every battle I couldn't win. Now it predicts every move I make before I even have the chance to escape. It says, don't trust yourself. It says you'll fail again. It sounds so real, because I trained it. Every time I chose silence instead of fighting back, I built the cage and forgot the key. If the monster speaks like me, then maybe I can teach it silence. Maybe the voice I buried is stronger than the echo. The monster learned my voice before I noticed. Now every promise sounds broken before it's spoken. It knows exactly where to hide behind the words I call my life. The monster learned my voice before I noticed. Turning every hope into another verdict. I scream to prove that I'm still here, but all I hear is fear. You borrowed my lungs, but never my soul. You copied my voice, not my strength. You lived inside my mind, but never on my future. You are not me. You are every fear I kept alive. Every lie I repeated, every silence I obeyed. Your voice ends where mine begins. The monster learned my voice before I noticed. Now I'm taking every word you've stolen. Every scar becomes another reason to silence what I used to believe. The monster learned my voice before I noticed, but it never learned the fire that survived me. You may know the sound I make. You'll never become the man I chose to be. I know that voice. It isn't mine anymore. I spent years running from the storm until I looked inside and saw it looking back. skin still hums like distant thunder waiting to become. Every scar collected static in my veins, now lightning answers every time it rains. I blame the world for what I couldn't save, never realizing chaos knew my name. Every step I took to run away only pulled me closer to the hurricane. The sky wasn't falling, it was waking up inside me. I stopped asking why won't this end, when the answer was it's already with us. The storm wears my face now, every lightning strike calls my name out. I spent my whole life trying to escape something living underneath my skin. The storm wears my face now, I can hear it every time I break down. But if the chaos lives in me, then I'll decide what it becomes. Thunder, heartbeat, same sound, different name. I memorized the language of the flood, confused survival with a taste of blood. Every broken promise built the clouds, every silent scream became too loud. The wind still trying to pull me underground, but I've learned to stand while shaking now. The darkness isn't all I am, it's only one side of the man I became. You created the pressure, I created the strength. The fear inside me wanted total control. The fire inside me wanted something more. The storm wears my face now, every lightning strike calls my name out. I spent my whole life trying to escape something living underneath my skin. The storm wears my face now, I can hear it every time I break down. But if the chaos lives in me, then I'll decide what it becomes. If I am the storm, I can change the wind. If I am the thunder, I choose where it began. Power was never the enemy, only the direction. No more hiding, no more running, no more calling myself the victim of the weather. The storm didn't consume me, it forced me. Now let it hit. My voice, my voice. The storm wears my face now, but it no longer rolls my way out. Every lightning strike becomes a spark, leading me beyond the door. The storm wears my face now, but my will burns brighter somehow. The chaos that was born in me became the force that set me free. The storm still lives, but now it follows me. They say this is where it ends, but beneath the silence, something was still beating. Something was still beating. I watched the skyline fade to black, carried every failure on my back. Another scar beneath my skin, another war I couldn't seem to win. Every closed door became a test, every deep breath inside my chest reminding me I'm not the fear, I'm the reason that I'm still here. The world kept counting me out, my heartbeat never did. Pressure tried to crush my name, the doubt kept pouring like the rain. Every voice I let it go, but something deeper answered no. I wasn't built to disappear, I wasn't made to live in fear. The weight that tried to bend my soul, force of steel I now control. I stopped asking if I could survive, I started proving that I already had. Every heartbeat writes a promise, every breath rewrites my fate. The storm can shake the ground, it cannot shake my way. My pulse refused to stop when everything around me dropped. Every wound became another spark, lighting fires inside the dark. My pulse refused to stop, even standing at the edge of loss. If my heart still beats this strong, then I know where I belong. You can bury hope, you can bury fire, you can break the moment, not the survivor. Every beat is a declaration, I am not finished. Listen, that's not fear, that's my heartbeat. Still rising, still fighting, still refusing to surrender. My pulse refused to stop through every battle that I fought. Every scar became another flame, burning brighter through the pain. My pulse refused to stop, now every step becomes my proof. The world may try to count me out, but my heart will never agree. One more beat, one more step, that's all it takes to become unstoppable. I thought I was untouchable until the silence started leaking through. Every wall I built could hear me breaking. Brick by brick I hit the cracks, smiled enough to hide the facts. Built a fortress out of fear just to keep nobody near. Every I'm okay became another stone. Every sleepless night I faced alone. I called it strength because it looked like control, but all I really built was another place to fall. The safest place I know was never safe at all. Every secret made the walls grow higher, every heartbeat shook the ground beneath. I kept hiding from the damage until the damage looked like me. I've been hiding behind paper walls, watching every piece of hope dissolve. wasn't real. The walls are gone, and somehow so is the fear. One by one, they disappeared. The doubts, the fear, the echoes, until only one voice remained, mine. Spent years inside the noise, trying to separate borrowed voices. Everyone has sounded like the truth. Every failure became living proof. You'll never make it, you're too late, you're too broken. I carried every word they threw until I forgot what I believed was true. The loudest prison was never built with walls, it was built with voices. I let the silence settle in just long enough to finally hear the sound beneath the fear, calling me forward when every voice was gone. Mine was still standing through every scar, every fall. It kept demanding, get back up, don't let go. You've survived too much to lose your soul. When every voice was gone, mine was still standing, still speaking, still breathing, still believing in me. The noise still knocks outside the door, but it doesn't own this house anymore. Every doubt became another test. Every battle taught me to resist. I stopped chasing their approval, started building something truthful. The man inside these broken bones finally sounds like his own. I don't need louder voices, I need my own to be stronger. Every heartbeat says, keep moving, every breath says, keep believing. The only permission I need comes from within. When every voice was gone, mine was still standing through every scar, every fall. It kept demanding, get back up, don't let go. You've survived too much to lose your soul. When every voice was gone, mine was still standing. You can bury confidence, not conviction. You can silence a crowd, not purpose. Everything I survived was teaching me to trust the only voice that never left. No more borrowed fear, no more borrowed limits, no more borrowed identity. The only voice I follow now is the one that refused to quit. When every voice was gone, mine was still standing. Now every step I take carries everything I've conquered. Every scar, every flame, every night that knew my name built the voice that carried me beyond the pain. When every voice was gone, mine was still standing, and it always will. The world can grow silent as long as I can still hear myself. I've already won. feels sharper than the last, but somehow I'm still here. Morning crossed with shattered light, another war survived the night. I taste the dust of yesterday, still carrying the weight away. Every promise left a scar, every dream fell just too far. I learned to smile with bleeding lungs, pretending nothing's ever wrong. The pain became familiar, like a language I can't forget. Every inhale burns my chest, every exhale fights for air. If survival has a sound, it's the silence between breath. I'm breathing in broken glass again, watching daylight cut beneath my skin. Every heartbeat says don't let go, even when the wounds still show. I'm breathing in broken glass again, still refusing to surrender. In the end, if every breath comes wrapped in pain, I'll breathe again, again. Still breathing, still burning, still alive. The mirror shows another face, someone stronger took my place. Every fracture left behind built another state of mind. The air is heavy with regret, but I haven't fallen yet. The deeper that the blade has gone, the louder grows my will to move on. Pain can slow me, it can't define me. Every scar became a lesson, every wound became a guide. The road is filled with broken pieces, still I walk. I'm breathing in broken glass again, watching daylight cut beneath my skin. Every heartbeat says don't let go, even when the wounds still show. I'm breathing in broken glass again, still refusing to surrender. In the end, if every breath comes wrapped in pain, I'll breathe again, again. Feel the air with ashes, I'll still breathe. You can cover every sunrise, I'll still see. You can leave me with the pieces, I'll build from them. This isn't comfort, this isn't peace. It's choosing another breath when every part of me wants to quit. That's what survival is. I'm breathing in broken glass again, but the cuts no longer own my name. Every breath becomes another flame, burning brighter through the pain. Glass again, turning every wound into my strength. The air may never feel the same, but I'm still breathing, and that's enough to rise again. One more breath, one more step, one more chance. That's how I survived. I scrub the walls inside my head, still your echoes never left. Every sentence carved so deep, now they sound like they came from me. The room is empty, but the damage still breathes. buzzing out of simple sounds. Every year not enough became my skin. Now every fight begins before it even begins. I learned to question every single move, second guessing every truth I knew. Your shadow never needed to survive, 'cause you bury pieces of yourself inside my mind. I'm still trying to separate your voice from mine. Every scar remembers your name, even when I refuse to say it. I escaped your hands, but never escaped the fingerprints. They left fingerprints all over my mind. Every memory rewrites the lines. I'm breaking mirrors just to see what's mine, trying to erase what survived inside. They left fingerprints all over my mind, turning every sunrise into night. But every mark they burned in me is losing power every time I breathe. Faded, your ghosts don't own me anymore. I'm done translating pain as who I am. Your broken language ends where I now stand. Every trigger tried to pull me back, but I'm stronger than the weight attached. I found the cracks beneath the fear you fed, built new thoughts where your poison spread. The mind you try to redesign is becoming something you'll never recognize. You made the wound, I built the armor. Every scar remembers your name, but it no longer decides my fate. The past can knock, I'm not opening the door. They left fingerprints all over my mind. Every memory rewrites the lines. I'm breaking mirrors just to see what's mine, trying to erase what survived inside. They left fingerprints all over my mind, turning every sunrise into night. But every mark they burned in me is losing power every time I breathe. I won't inherit the fear you planted. I won't become the voice that broke me. Every heartbeat writes a different ending. Your fingerprints are wearing off. You lived inside my silence, inside my doubt, inside every nightmare, but not anymore. This mind is finally learning what freedom sounds like. They left fingerprints all over my mind, but they couldn't steal the fire inside. Every piece they tried to redefine built the person they could never override. They left fingerprints all over my mind. Now they're fading with the passing time. The story doesn't end with pain. I'm the one rewriting every page. The marks are still there, but they no longer tell me who I am. Every step I take feels heavier than the last, like the road remembers who I used to be. Yeah, I've been running through the smoke for years, dragging every failure, every hidden fear, trying to outrun the name I left behind. But the past keeps changing every finish line. Every memory adds another chain. Every victory still carries yesterday. I built new roads with broken hands, still feel old footprints in the sand. The future keeps calling my name, but the way keeps calling me back. I can see tomorrow in the distance, but yesterday won't loosen its grip. Every scar says, don't believe you've changed. The gravity of my past still pulls on me, like 1,000 hands beneath my feet. Every mistake keeps begging me to stay, but I refuse to fade away. The gravity of my past still pulls on me, trying to turn my hope into debris. But every step against the weight proves I'm stronger than yesterday. Pull me down, I'll rise again. Pull me back, I'll break the chains. I stopped blaming every open wound. Some were battles I just had to move through. The pain became the map I couldn't read until survival turned into belief. Every setback forced another layer, every breakdown built another prayer. I'm not the ghost that carried all that blame, I'm the fire that escaped the flames. The past still follows, but it no longer leads. Every mile rewrites my story, every breath rewrites my name. The weight is real, but so is my strength. The gravity of my past still pulls on me, like 1,000 hands beneath my feet. Every mistake keeps begging me to stay, but I refuse to fade away. Gravity of my past still pulls on me, trying to turn my hope into debris. But every step against the weight proves I'm stronger than yesterday. You can pull, but I won't fall. You can run, but I won't stop. The past can follow, it cannot decide who I become. Every scar, every failure, every sleepless night, every had goodbye. You were never my ending. You were the resistance that built my The gravity of my past still pulls on me, but it can't erase what I believe. Every chain becomes another reason to keep climbing through the pressure. The gravity of my past still pulls on me, but it no longer owns my destiny. The weight that tried to break my soul became the force that made me whole. The past still pulls, but I'm finally moving forward. Some people erase the flames to forget who they were. I keep them alive because they remind me why I'm still standing. Every night still knows the dark. I carried ashes in my hands long before I learned to stand. The smoke still lingers in my lungs like echoes from the person I was. Yeah. Every failure left a mark. Every mark became a start. I stopped asking why it happened. I face, not untouched, just changed. Every ember that refused to die still glows behind these tired eyes. The road was never made of gold, it was forged in fear and self-control. The strongest steel was never born untouched, it earned its strength inside the fire. I won't erase the hardest chapters, they taught me how to survive. Every flame I walk through still lights the way ahead. I remember the fire that built me, every flame revealed the strength beneath me. What tried to leave me in the dust forged a soul that learned to trust. I remember the fire that built me, every burn became another victory. The flames that almost took my name are the reason I became who I am today. If the fire returns, I'll walk through it. If the darkness follows, I'll outshine it. I've already survived the impossible, I know what I'm made of. The fire never hated me, it tested me, it stripped away everything false. And underneath the ashes I found the person I was meant to become. I remember the fire that built me, now its light is always with me. Every scar shines like a sign, leading me beyond the night. I remember the fire that built me, now the flames no longer frighten me. The past didn't burn away my soul, it tempered it, and now nothing can extinguish what it created. I remember the fire because it still burns inside my strength.